plays Draco Malfoy, Harry Potter's arch rival in the huge franchise of films. The new movie is called Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. You have to talk like that when you say it. It opens nationwide this Friday. Please welcome Tom Felton. Tom! Thanks for coming.
Not at all. I love the Harry Potter-esque theme tune they gave.
Yeah, there you see that.
Very kind of them.
I was expecting some evil person. You're actually quite nice.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as nothing but a compliment.
Yeah, now, you were born and raised where?
Just south of London, in a place called Surrey.
Surrey, okay.
Yes, you familiar?
Well, my family had a place in Bury St. Edmunds.
Ah, yeah, of course. You said.
Near the Abbey?
Not too far from the Abbey, yes.
Brothers and sisters, the whole deal?
Yes, 3 older brothers. I'm the runt of the pack, as they call me.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you know, the typical younger brothers things where I get no control over the TV, or I get a place on the couch, I'm sure, but generally your mum treats you a little easier, which is always nice.
Yeah, because they're fed up by the time you come along.
They really are. They're tired of trying, so they just say, do whatever you like.
A lot of hand-me-downs. This is your brother's shirt?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Lots of, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this one, Jay, but in English schools, your popularity is sometimes ranked on what sort of shoes you have, what kind of trainers you have.
Like sneakers.
Tennis shoes, yeah, sure. So if you've got a set of Nike Air Maxes, you're pretty up there.
Right.
If you have a pair of 7-year-old Adidas hand-me-downs,
not good.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Generally, that didn't help.
And also, you go through the hand-me-down underwear thing where there's no elastic left.
Yeah, what's with that?
And you got to walk around. You're
missing the crotch.
You're always doing the crotches. Yeah. It's bad. I know.
It's really bad.
And I only had one brother. Now, did you always want to act?
I think so, yeah. I was always rather a theatrical child.
What is a theatrical child?
I don't know. I used to sort of mimic, you know, I used to love watching Jim Carrey as a kid and imitating doing the mask in front of the mirror, which is quite cringeworthy looking back at it. But yeah, and I remember vividly getting a video camera for about my seventh birthday, I think, and I used to tape myself doing one-man monologues, which is incredibly sad looking back at it, and I hope you haven't dug up that footage and about the show.
No, but we will certainly, for your next appearance, we will get that.
Fantastic.
In fact, there'll be half a crown for any boy who can bring that forward. So, do you come from an acting family? Or
Not particularly, no. My mum's an estate agent, my dad's a civil engineer, which even after 10 years, I still have no idea quite what he does. And my oldest brother, he used to do amateur sort of, you know, theatre productions. So I used to go and watch him, you know, doing Carousel, Bugsy Malone, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's very kind of fun.
So first acting gig, is it, Mummy, I want to act? Is that how it goes?
Not exactly. You know what it was, actually? I went to drama club and they were quite insistent on me getting an agent. And we kind of did just
Wait, how old? You're like 7.
I was like 7 years old. My mum was very against this. She was like, he doesn't want an agent.
You're 7, you need an agent?
I know, it felt a bit wrong. But we did just kind of shut her up. And 2 weeks later, I was in America doing a commercial. So yeah, it was very strange.
There's the agent, big cigar, check jacket, come with me, kid.
Not quite yet. I'm still waiting for that one.
Now, you've been in every Harry. This is the 1200th Harry Potter.
It is, 1213th, I believe. Yeah,
This is the 6th one, correct?
7th, actually. We're on the 7th. This is 7.1. There's going to be part 2 as well next year.
Now, how do your fans relate to the character? Because you're sort of an evil...
I am. For those who don't know, I'm not the nicest of characters. Draco's a rather slimy child, to say the least.
Because when kids, they see you, you are the evil. I mean...
Sure. It's mixed reactions.
Yeah.
You either get the ones who say, you're my favourite character, which is always a worry, really. I'm not supposed to be. We were at the New York premiere last night, and I had this lovely mother come up to me and said, my son adores you. He thinks you are great. And I was like, wow, he really shouldn't do. That's not a good... That wasn't what we were going for at all. And then you have the other spectrum where you have 5-year-olds who come into the set who are incredibly excited to meet Daniel, and then they just start crying when they meet me. It's a little upsetting, but I learned to deal with that.
Now, Alan Rickman, just a great mean guy. He's one of my favorite actors.
Oh, he's my hero, my idol. Definitely.
So when you go in, obviously you were a child when you were working with him on the first film or so. Was it intimidating?
You're joking? I spent a good 5 years not being able to say anything to him other than, good morning, Alan. And that was about as far as I got. But saying that, we broke the bond when there was a lovely scene in which he was marching down a corridor with us behind us. And for those who don't know, Snape, Alan Rickman's character, he wears an almost sort of wedding gown. It's black, not white, but it drapes about 1 meter or 2 behind him. And he actually said, he has an incredibly dry sense of humor, I'm sure you know, and he turned around to us before saying the scene and said, "Don't step on my effing cloak."
And to a child, I love that. It's to a child.
Oh my God.
That's an actual quote, and of course we never knew whether he was joking or not. And of course the director asked me to get right up behind Alan.
Get behind him.
First take, what do? I step straight on his effing cloak. And it's tied to his neck, so it almost gave him like stage 3 whiplash. It was, luckily he took it in good measure and was very friendly about it afterwards.
Now we have a clip. What is the scene we're going to see here?
This clip is where our hero Harry has been captured by the enemies, but his face has had a stinging jinx, so no one can quite recognize him, and they're asking my character whether I can do that.
All right, let's take a look.
I can't be sure.
Look closely, son. If we are the ones to hand Potter over to the Dark Lord, everything will be forgiven. All will be as it was, you understand?
Come over. Now, if this isn't who we think it is, Draco, and we call him, he'll kill us all. We need to be absolutely sure.
What's wrong with his face?
Yes, what is wrong with his face?
Well, let me ask you something. Unlike most actors, you've had a job for the last, what, 15 years? 16
Pretty
years?
much, yes. Since I was born, pretty
Okay,
much.
so now this ends. Is it like starting all over again? You're out, hello, knocking on doors?
It is a bit, actually. I've started this auditioning thing again, which is fairly new to me.
Now, do you have to go on auditions? I mean, do they go, we don't care what you do? What, you know?
Yeah, no, obviously, because you're trying to show yourself as a different character. They know you can play the blonde evil wizard, but that's quite a bespoke role. So, you know, there aren't too many of those going, unfortunately. So you got to try and show some range. But needless to say, the first few auditions were
Not good?
terrible. Terrible. I was so nervous. I mean, the last time I did it, I was 11, so it was a much different criteria necessary for when you're 11 compared to 22.
Okay, so now you're out knocking on... So what you're saying is you need a job. You're out here pleading for a job.
Basically, if there anyone watching...
Well, Tom, you do one... I don't doubt you will get another huge movie very soon. Tom, thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the things. Tom Felton will be right back with Nellie. The movie opens on Friday.